Name's Bar, by the way, Red Bar. All my permits are current.
Okay. We've got coming up today, Theo Vaughn, Mom's Night Out 2. I'm not kidding. Don't get too excited. It's not as good as Mom's Night Out 1. But remember this. I guess we can do it right now. Theo Vaughn, remember a few weeks ago. Here, we're transitioning here. Remember, Theo Vaughn did this hilarious thing called Mom's Night Out. Single Mom's Night Out. And I guess Theo Vaughn had a single mom growing up, and what he does on his podcast is every once in a while he gives 2 single moms a night on the town. Because he just to show appreciation for single moms working hard. Remember that? And he's done it again. The last time he took these single moms out, the reason we covered this is because he promised them this big fancy night out, and it turns out all he did was take them backstage during one of his live stand-up shows, and they drew watercolor paintings of clowns. Remember this? It was bizarre. Well, he's back, and he has stepped it up a notch. He's back with 2 new single moms. And let's take a look. Do you want to see the moms? These moms are not as good as the last ones. They're fat, overweight,
being raised by
scummy moms.
They're a little horny, I thought.
They're horny. They're bitches. They're way poorer. They're trashier. They're Mexicanier. So here we go. Let's get this queued up. There he is. And this is Single Mom's Night Out, Charlotte. Single Mom's Night Out, Charlotte. Okay? Let's see. I was deeply sickened by how he disappointed them the last time. Unforgivable, says Fool Tracker in the chat. Yeah. He didn't even take them to 1212 West Pico. No. Nothing single moms like more than being constantly referred to as single moms. Yes, exactly. Wow, I thought the mom thing was a one-off. Theo is such a sweet boy. Single moms coming through. Okay, check this out. We got single
being
moms.
raised by a single mom growing up. I would have given pretty much anything to give my mom a break and have a night out on the town where she didn't have to worry about anything. Thanks to the growth of the podcast and our Patreon subscribers, we have the ability to make that happen for single moms in the cities that I perform in. This is this past weekend's Single Moms Night Out.
Wow.
Happy to be here in Charlotte. We got our single mom tonight that we're going to go meet up with. We decided to come to...
Okay, he's like filming this on... This is interesting. They filmed these on GoPros, the stupid production. They're filmed on GoPros. You know, GoPros shoot really wide. And what people do, they shoot like almost fisheye. They're so wide. Okay? And what people do, usually when they're using GoPro footage to talk, to do it like this, what they'll do is they'll zoom in, and it creates a crop almost, okay? And it crops off the big, wacky, rounded, fish-eyed sides. But this production is so stupid. What they did is they didn't zoom in. They just cut off the sides because the sides were too wide. So they've just decided, let's do this thing 4x3, cut off the sides because they're too wacky. Not something you really needed to know, but just an interesting side there.
Strike City to show Heather and her friend a good time because we think all single moms are a real knockout.
Okay, this is we think all single moms are a real knockout. This isn't a bit that he does though. He loves these singles.
I think that he actually is hoping he like gets married to one of them.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I like to think that.
Yeah. They're at Strike City. What is Strike City? It's one of these newfangled bowling facilities where they've got all sorts of, ooh, you go bowling, but they got fancier food and they got drinks, right? They got drinks. People are so excited by this adult bowling nonsense. Bowling really started out in the Brunswick. I like a tan and brown lights on bowling experience. When I was a kid, I had a really shitty uncle named Floyd. This guy ruled. He was on a bowling league. And about once a month, me, my brother, and my cousin would tag along to his Sunday morning bowling league thing at the Brunswick Lanes, he'd give us each a roll of $20 worth of quarters. And we'd hit up the arcade, and we basically, while they bowled in the league, we free-for-alled the entire bowling facility. In this place, this is how I want a bowling place to be. It was a Brunswick Lanes. It was so old, dilapidated, even back then. Tan, brown, everything tan and brown, lights fully on. You had, when you walked into the bowling alley, the first thing there was an old-fashioned full diner restaurant in the bowling alley. Completely old-fashioned. We'd go in there, we'd sit at the diner, we'd have breakfast there. You know, it had an old-fashioned waitress. Hey, sweetie, what'll it be? The usual? This is where I learned the term the usual from. My cousin would go, you know what? I'll take the usual, which was a Sprite and a stack of silver dollar pancakes. Okay? And I'm like, wow, the usual. I can't believe it. I've only seen that in movies. Then we'd hit up the arcade. Then it had an old bar in there, like an old saloon or a bar. And that was always shut down. We'd always sneak in there as kids. We'd play around. It was Brunswick. Then you had the lanes. They said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to introduce what's called cosmic bowling. And then you couldn't really find a bowling alley that wasn't cosmic for a while. You'd go in the bowling alley. I'm like, hi, I'm here to perfect my bowling. Here, I'm here to practice bowling. Can I get a few lanes? And there'd be party lights and strobes and black lights. And I said,
You're wearing a white T-shirt and everyone's staring at you. 'Cause
exactly.
It's glowing.
Yeah, there's spots all over me. It says the N-word in fabric softener on my back, you know, that you can't see during the day but comes to life under the light of the black. And it really, you know, wasn't that great. Then they did this thing where now bowling needs to be upscale. You go, you bowl, there's a full bar there, everybody, it's fancy. You know, you could order appetizers and stuff like that. And here we are, yeah, Strike City.
And that was the history of bowling.
That's the history of bowling there. If someone wants to animate that. Nothing no one already didn't know, and not very informational.
Someone says, how old are you? 10? Sounds made up.
Yeah, I was 9, actually. Wouldn't that be phenomenal if all my made-up stories were just basic, not even that great stories? Okay, here is Strike City, single moms. You could rent this place for private events, by the way. Wouldn't they love that? I bet. Okay, let's see what he does with the moms.
Thought we would come and knock out some pins here at Strike City. I'm not good at bowling. My family, a lot of my family was tightrope walkers. Hey, what's up, Theo? How are you?
Okay, here they are.
Good, Theo.
The single moms. And let's see if they... So we've got single mother Heather and Mamacita sidekick Erica. This is funny. We've got a single mother, Heather, and her friend is Mexican. So he's calling her a mamacita instead of a mother. Let's see if we can get a good shot of these two.
Erica, nice to meet you. Yeah. No, I thought we'd just go to the bowling lanes for a little bit. And
okay, they are... Oh, this is... Here's a better picture. They are fat, man. 2 obese little fatsos. Really poor-looking women dressing like shit. But you know what? They did dress up. She wore like a black dress. She wore a silver dress. Of course, it's got a hoodie attached to it, but that's all she could afford from... What store would she even buy that from? There's like a store out here on the street that would sell like clothes like this. Like, I wouldn't even say these aren't even Walmart or Target grade stores. You can't buy these clothes. You can't buy these clothes at the mall even. You buy these at like Mexican...
You can get them at the one store at the mall that every mall has that sells clothes like this.
Yeah,
don't you think there's one?
Yeah,
store
they don't
per
actually
mall?
have a permanent sign. It's just a vinyl banner that's printed out called like Mamacitas. So they're wearing the dingy clothes. He tells them we're going bowling. They're at this big entertainment facility here. You can see there's like a lot of restaurants and stuff and bars here. And look at the look on her face when he goes, yeah, we're actually going to Lucky Pin Strikeout Zone. She's like, ugh. You know, again, you don't wear a dress. You don't bring a clutch. I'll say this. If a girl shows up and she's got the clutch purse, she was expecting a an adult
Dancing.
night out. Okay, she didn't expect to go bowling, and the look on their face right now is, bowling. Okay, we'll do it. So let's see what happens here. Two really despicable moms. In fact, I wouldn't help these moms. These moms don't deserve help. They deserve more pain until them and their family disappear from this earth.
I'm good. Yeah, but 13. What do you have? 13.
Okay, now it's them trying on bowling shoes. You can really see. The place is dead, by the way. So Theo's gonna... Oh, there he goes. He's bowling. Let's see if he's any good. Oh, he got a gutter ball.
I didn't see what happened. I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that one.
Hold on, it'll brighten up here in a bit. There's the moms bowling. And the place is empty, folks. It's the middle of the day. Nobody's at this place. So he's got the single moms. They've got one lane at the end of the thing. It's not even really that nice of a place. And they're just bowling alone. No action. And I don't know if you've ever done that before. It's not that fun. You want the place to be kind of packed. You don't want to be taking turns with the guy next to you so much, but you do want other people there. What would be nice is if you had a lane here, this one was empty, maybe you buy the lane next to you. Keep it open. Right? That's a move. Because then you don't got to take turns with the asshole next to you. You ever do that thing where you're like, you or me? You or me? I mean, I guess everybody does it, right? I hate that. I don't like being watched by other groups at the bowling alley. I hate it. I like to go, guys, can you do me a favor? Because sometimes I catch them watching me. I go, guys, can you do me a favor? No watching. Pay attention to your own families. Lane. Well, I would like dividers. I wish there was a bowling alley that you could push a button and a big divider came up where they'd have to climb a ladder to see over. I don't like people watching me bowl.
But you still want the noise of the crowd.
Yes, I want it to feel packed and busy, but I definitely don't need them staring at my butt while I walk up there and judging me and going, ooh, he's not that good. But I am actually not so bad. You know, I'm probably better than you would expect, but still too embarrassed to be watched by these guys taking it super seriously. So here's the single mom. She is bowling away. She sucks. She's missing every ball. Here's the Mexican woman. Another gutter for her, just like her life. Her life's in the gutter, huh? Strike City. Strike City could have been the name of their whole life.
And don't they have to go bowling with their kids already? Like
there
every
you go.
weekend?
Boom. There it is. There it is. Single moms want a night out, a break, right? This is the last place if you're a single mom, you've probably been to more bowling alleys than any other, age group of people, right? This is where single moms are hanging out. She's probably taken her kid to 70 birthday parties at the lanes this year alone.
This was on Saturday night, and she was just there
Saturday
on Friday night with
yeah,
her kid.
Exactly. This is not, again, epic fail here. Why would the moms want to go do something that they would do with their kids constantly? You know, bowling is a very family activity. You would want to take the moms out, do something to get their minds off being moms. Not remind them, oh, this is what moms have. This is not what they want to do. Just like the first one where they made them paint watercolors. He forgets that because you're a mom, he's thinking moms must want to do what kids do for some reason, which is really bizarre.
Huh? Was that the first strike you ever got in your life?
Got that strike, you know.
Completely empty.
Killer.
Now they're eating the bullshit food he's got to, they thought they were going for a nice night out. They've got curly fries and, nothing sadder. You can't see this. Nothing sadder to me than when somebody orders the quesadilla.
Oh my God.
Seriously. Unless you're at a fine Mexican establishment, I don't want to see a quesadilla out. It doesn't mix with ketchup-y foods from America. You can't eat fries with ketchup and then be like, oh, let me also have a bite of a quesadilla. Look at the mound of sour cream here and the salsa and the quesadilla. Did you need the quesadilla?
Plus, there's a certain type of person who like always gets the
Yes.
quesadilla.
Oh, yeah. They love quesadillas. So garbagey, so stupid. So this is their big night out. Curly fries and a quesadilla at an empty bowling alley with all the lights turned into cosmic. Let's see what happens here.
I got third place, man.
Third
But
place.
you know, some of you gotta let the ladies have it, you know? It's that kind of country now.
He let us win.
He let us win. Okay, now they're out of the bowling alley. Thank God. I want these guys in the light. He goes, beautiful ladies here. Beautiful ladies. They're not. They're really some of the worst looking people on this earth. Seriously. Well, look at this one waddle on by.
Beautiful ladies here. That's the thing about ladies. Sometimes you want one lady, you get dos.
He's got his backpack on. Taking pictures, he sees people. Hey, would you like a picture with the single moms and me? Here, let's see. The single moms are now getting into an Escalade or yeah,
Comedy, baby.
comedy,
I've
baby.
never been to the Comedy Zone.
Never.
Not here in Charlotte. Say yeah.
So he's taking them now to see his show at the Comedy Zone. They're in the back of this Escalade here. She goes, I've never been to the Comedy Zone.
Cherry's getting popped tonight.
Cherry's getting popped tonight.
We have like 4 minutes to get inside.
Yeah, we gotta get these lovely ladies inside and seated.
Wow, now the big.
You,
Now he's doing the walk of shame where he walks the single moms in front of his fans. They're all shouting from cars, single moms! They're like, yeah, where are the single moms this week? It's such an embarrassing position to be in. Single moms don't want to be like,
Hi, I'm a charity case.
Yeah, hi, where are the single moms
This
this
is
week?
like my Make-A-Wish night.
Paraded in front of his regular non-single mom fans.
Fired up.
He's such a gentleman, they're saying.
Welcome. Thank you guys for coming.
Okay. And then it just goes into the comedy part. There might be some funny stuff in there. I doubt it. But he's still doing it. Whoop. He's still doing it. Single momming all over town.
We should do Red Bar Grandma's night out where we do the same deal but show them how it should be done.
Take a grandma, put her in a wheelchair, and just wheel her off an escalator
No,
or something.
take her to a beautiful dinner at Gibson's and then take her to the club.
But we should do something where we set the grandma up to like meet us somewhere we never show, but we have a camera at the location to show her going, yeah, I guess no one's coming. That would be funny, you know?